Before we begin, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Come on.
Happy birthday, dear Norma Lewis.
Vibrato.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Come on.
Happy birthday. Who's this old church woman? To you.
Oh, don't.
That's what you had us doing in Chicken and Biscuits, though, right?
Exactly.
Broadway news that you want to know on the Salisha Show. Starring you and your favorite roles on the Salisha Show. Staying true, going with the flow on the Salisha Show. So come on through, everybody glows on the Salisha Show.
Let me give you a proper introduction.
Yes. Oh, hi.
Hi. Hello and welcome. Welcome back to Black Hair in the Big Leagues on the Salisha Show. Today is a really special day because we have someone on here that if you've ever heard of what Broadway is, you know who this person is. It doesn't matter what color you are, what generation you come from. My guest today is an actual Broadway icon and legend. He's done 14 Broadway shows. His career spans to 4 decades.
Yeah, close to 4, yeah.
It's like almost 4 decades.
Oh, wow.
Since the year he has started working, he has never stopped. He has literally never stopped. I looked through everything and I was like, oh, is there a gap in 2020? No, he filmed 3 things. At least 3 things. Like, he never has stopped working. Every role he does, he brings something to it that makes it transcend. He can't just be in a show and for it to be normal. It's got to be, oh, he's the first Black Phantom on Broadway. He's done Broadway, West End, TV, film. He's got the most gorgeous baritone voice you've ever heard. Wow. Some of his shows include Phantom on Broadway, Miss Saigon. I believe he made his Broadway debut in The Who's Tommy.
The Who's Tommy, yeah.
Chicago, playing Billy Flynn.
Billy Flynn.
Of course,
yeah.
you're always in lead roles, Scott. Sideshow, The Wild Party. How do I say this? Amour?
Amour, yeah. It didn't last long. It was a flop. It's a beautiful story, but it was a flop. It's at Joe. Actually, the poster's at Joe Allen, the restaurant.
Yes.
And because they have posters of flops on their wall.
No.
Yeah, and mine's on there. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I'm really proud of that. Thank you.
Mine's probably on there too. Les Mis, The Little Mermaid. He was King Triton. Y'all, King Triton.
Yes. Ariel.
I know, that was before they did like Black Ariel in the movie. A Sondheim on Sondheim. Porgy and Bess opposite of Audra McDonald. Who?
Yeah.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
My love letter to Broadway, Once on This Island, Chicken and Biscuits. He's toured with the Soldiers Play. He's done iconic special events like Hair, Chess, but Dreamgirls, who was in that? Everybody. Lilius, Audra, Heather Headley, Billy.
Yeah. Darius DeHaas. Gosh, so many amazing people. Brian Stokes Mitchell was part of it. Yeah, I mean, it was a powerhouse. Yeah.
And it was like it was one night only.
Yeah, for what used to be the Actors Fund, now is the Entertainment Fund. And it was a great concert. Great concert.
I saw the bootleg when I
Yeah.
was in college. When we discovered it, we're like, what on earth is this magic?
That's what I was saying when I was on stage.
So you knew it was iconic while you were...
Yeah, because it was literally 2 weeks after 9/11 happened. So because everything had shut down, so we needed it. I mean, New York needed that release, and so it was a powerful house that night. And you had people like Stephen Sondheim in the audience. You had Luther Vandross in the audience. I mean, it was packed, packed. Everybody wanted to see it, and so it was magical. Yeah.
Oh my! Do you ever get nervous if you're like,
I'm nervous now.
Why?
I get nervous in front of folk.
No, not me.
Yeah. not you.
Not me.
But the millions of people out there in the ethos, I get a little nervous. But yeah, you always want to be on your best, whatever.
I mean, I feel like you being you has always been more. I haven't even finished my intro for you yet. Okay, wait. While I discovered him, when I discovered who this man is, I was in college, okay? My best friend Catherine, she was finding every awesome bootleg. And she found a recording called, he was singing the parade, before the parade passes by at Barnes & Noble in 2009. That is how I know who this person is.
Wow.
That is one of the things that sparked my love for Broadway. I watched that freaking video so many times. Over and over. I was so in awe of, I'd never heard a voice so beautiful. And you're Black like me, and you're in New York. It was transformative. Barnes & Noble.
Wow.
That random.
Wow, yeah, random video. Yeah. Wow, thank you for that.
At least, let me get to the end.
Okay.
Please help me welcome. We haven't even got to his TV credits. He was on Scandal.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
Okay, good night. Help me welcome Norm Lewis.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Yeah. Oh, calm down. Sit down, people. Sit down.
No, everybody, thank you. He'll take photos after. Thank you. Truly.
Yeah. I've been blessed. I've been so blessed. I came here, and just to kind of give you a quick overview of who I am, I played tennis growing up. I grew up in Eatonville, Florida, which is the oldest Black chartered municipality in the United States. It's there are older Black communities, but we were the first to charter the city. And if you've ever read Zora Neale Hurston's "Their Eyes Were Watching God," it's about Eatonville. It's about my hometown.
Oh my gosh.
So I had a really beautiful childhood growing up and everything, and that was near Disney. I remember when Disney was built.
Did you ever work at Disney?
No, Disney never hired me. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother podcast.
Interesting.
And then I finally got a show on Broadway with Disney. But yeah.
Right.
But I think I was blessed not to get a job at Disney because I'm 62 now. I just turned 62.
Congrats.
And I would have probably still been there. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I would have fulfilled that artistic hunger that I was looking for.
Yes.
And they had benefits, and I probably would have been married with my 3.2 kids, and all of that.
Golden handcuffs.
And
that sense of stability.
So it was a blessing that they never hired me. But getting back to my childhood growing up, I played tennis growing up. I wanted to be a professional tennis player. I stopped at age 18 because I was good, but I wasn't great. And I found this new love of singing. I sang in church as a kid, but I didn't know I had a voice. No one really ever told me I had a voice. It was just a rite of passage. And when you're in church, you make a joyful noise, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I did that growing up. And then when I got into high school at age 16, I was in. They needed so many electives to graduate, and so I went to the chorus and I said, "Hey, I sing in church. Can I join this group?" And they were like, "Okay, well, let's hear you." And they auditioned me, and I think I sang Yankee Doodle Dandy or something. And he took me up and down the scales, and he said, "Okay, you're a bass baritone." I had no idea what that meant, but I said, "Okay." And then, but this was like halfway through the year, so I'm learning the music. Everybody else knows it, and it's classical, and it's Vivaldi Gloria. It's beautiful, and I'm like, "Oh, this is really kind of dope," because I'd never sung classical before. I heard it, but never sang it, and then it just kind of kept growing. And then I went to a junior college called Lake City Community College. I'm trying to make this quick because I really want to just get past all this stuff.
Take me on the journey.
Yeah, and so I got a scholarship to this Lake City Community College right outside of Gainesville, Florida, and I sang in their chorus. But I majored in business. And
what?
Yeah, I majored in business. And then I graduated from there, and I went to this small school in Orlando called Rollins College. And I studied economics, but I didn't finish.
What?
I didn't finish because I got a job because I was working for a newspaper, and I worked in the production department, the marketing department, and then finally ended up in advertising. So that was going to be my job. Like, that was going to be my career, working in advertising. Yes, but.
Oh.
So
You're
I'm just
literally Broadway's Norm Lewis.
Well, you just never know where the path is going to take you. So so I ended up singing at night after work and bars and different competitions and stuff. And from that, a guy saw me and said, "I need you on my cruise ship. Would you want to sing on a cruise?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute." And so I was like, in the back of my mind, I had this fantasy of being a performer, but I didn't think it would ever come to fruition. And all of a sudden, I got thrust into it. God, the universe, whoever you believe in, thrusted me into this.
Said yes.
I said yes. And I worked on this cruise ship for 4 months, decided to come to New York, and after that, I've been here ever since.
Wait, for real? Mm-hmm. You just said yes, and then you just have been here ever since?
Yeah, 35
And not
years.
just ever since, like working ever since.
Yeah, been blessed. I learned on the job. So I took my voice lessons while I got here. I took my dance classes.
He said, I'm a park and ride.
Yeah, exactly. And my acting classes. And so that's exactly what happened. I just kind of just studied on the job. I watched people. I asked questions because I had no idea what a mix or a belt was.
Right.
You know, I had none of that. And so people were very gracious. And it just kind of went from there.
Have you ever, because I feel like every actor that's ever existed knows what this is, but I'm not sure that you know what this is. Have you ever had times of unemployment?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, in my first few years, I would say the first 3 years, I was in and out of work as far as an actor. But I worked as a caterer. I worked for 4 catering companies at the same time. I bartended. I waited on tables. When I first got here, I joined a company that was a temp company, and they would hire you to go and be like a receptionist or back in the day, word processor, something like that. And I did that. So I would answer the phone.
my
Hi, this is Norm
gosh.
Lewis. Can I help you?
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. So you had no idea when you were a child that this was
No.
going to be your life?
No, God, no. To my childhood, like I said, I wanted to be, if Bjorn Borg, who you probably don't know, but he was a famous tennis player back in the day. Bjorn Borg and Arthur Ashe had a child. That's who I wanted to be.
Oh.
I was obsessed with tennis. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, I got a game.
Okay. Speaking of games, let's go.
Speaking of games, okay, it's called Who's Norm Now?
Where's the music? Do.
We'll have to put it in post. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a photo, and you tell me what role, and what show.
Okay. Oh, well. Phantom of the blah, blah, blah.
That's you as the
Phantom.
correct.
Yay. Okay. I'm good at this game. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, God, he looks so mean. And is that Carolee Carmelo? That's Sweeney Todd.
Well, oh,
Yeah.
correct.
Yay.
Did you get like a bunch of awards for this?
I did get an Adolco Award. I did win, but I didn't even know I was nominated, so that's awkward. And someone called me, and they had the ceremony, and they said, by the way, you just won. I'm like, won what? No one ever told me I was nominated. But
Wait,
but
what do you like better, Broadway or off Broadway?
You know, it's interesting. I do like the energy of the intimacy of off-Broadway, and especially now since I'm thrusted into
Right?
it. Yeah, Ceremonies and Dark Old Men, but we'll get to that. But I don't know. This was different because we were immersive, so I was literally, like, the audience was a character
Oh, my
in the show.
gosh.
So I had the blade at people's throats.
You were scary.
Yeah, I was
You
very
were
scared.
scary.
I was very scared. I was scared.
Sweeney Todd is scary.
Yeah.
And if it's like immersive.
Yeah. Seriously, I was scared. People came there for that reason, and we served meat pies.
Okay, that's cool.
We served vegetarian pies too, but yeah.
Not the same. There's no humans in this. Okay, what's the next one?
Oh my God.
Who's he?
That's handsome stud there is in a soldier's play.
Correct.
Captain Davenport, yeah.
This is so silly. And you toured with that.
I toured with that. I was lucky enough to be part of what they did on Broadway. We did the exact same show, but with our own take on it. It was I don't think anybody from the Broadway came on that tour, but it was fantastic. It was such a great cast, and it was my second play. I'm now happy to be part of the people who do the straight plays. Yeah,
That's a big thing.
that's a
coming
huge
from musical
deal.
theater.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's like a whole different
Yeah, people have come up to me saying, "Wow, I didn't know you could do that."
do
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Do you go in with monologues?
Yeah.
I'm like, monologue, I'll pass on that. Where do I even find a monologue? Oh, who's he?
Oh, he looks like he's a little challenged in his abilities to walk around. So I would say that's Porgy.
I
Ding,
wanted
ding,
to
ding,
see
ding, ding,
you
ding,
in
ding.
this so bad. But again, I was a kid from California.
You were a child.
I didn't have access to New York City.
You were a mere child.
Just getting my hands on any, they call them slime tutorials.
Right, yeah.
On any bootleg that we could to see.
I used to be opposed to those. I mean, when I first got here, I was, that actor was like, no, you're not supposed to, because some people had secret websites back in the day where they could exchange audio, not video, but audio. And now that now that we're in this modern age, it's like
different.
It's so different. It's like we want you to see it.
Yeah, it
really
gives people a chance to truly fall in love with you before they've even gotten to meet
Right,
you.
right. And they also want to come and see you live. It's one of those things. Like I've seen pretty much almost every witch that's been that's been in Wicked. It's like the bootleg, and they start comparing them. Like
I've never heard anybody say that. I've seen every witch.
I done seen every witch. Yeah.
Okay, Porgy.
Porgy.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that's that guy that is misunderstood, called Javert from Les Misérables.
No, 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 no. Listen, I love me some Les Mis.
Me too. I like some Les Mises too. Yeah, I like that Les Mises.
I would have loved to see you in this.
It would. Listen, you could go online. You could see it. There is actually, I think there is I'm not sure if it's a full show, but there is some stuff online.
Do you think it's at the New York Public Library?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If you're in that version, I will go and
they
with my little headphones.
I've never been out of the almost 36 years I've been here. I've never seen anything there.
It's so fun.
I know.
They'd be like, "What's your name?" You'll be like, "Norm Lewis." They'd be like, "Why are you here today?" You have to say, "Research."
Research. Do I have to say it as sweet as that?
I'm here for research. And then it's like old school. It's like a VHS tape.
Right.
It's real old school. Oh, I seen you in this one.
Oh yeah, that's making me hungry. Actually, that show called
Douglas
Chicken
Lyons?
and Biscuits. Yeah, Douglas Lyons.
How was that?
It was so much fun. That was my first play, actually, the very first play I've ever done.
I don't count this as a play. It's
Yeah,
a play.
it's a play. Yeah. There was no music.
Wasn't?
No. I mean, it was like this. There was music within it in the sense of like taped music, but I was preaching. I was a preacher. And
You were preaching.
I enveloped or invoked or whatever the word I'm looking for. My grandfather was a preacher, and he was that and so there's a line in there because I'm preaching at a funeral. And the guy's name is Bernard. That's the patriarch of the family who just died, and he was a preacher as well. But I was like, Douglas wanted me to just go balls to the wall with full-on black church, give it to him.
You gave it to us.
Bernard's body. And you had to like get that growl in there. Yeah.
You gave it to us. I felt like I could actually be free, like I was in church. I was like, I feel free to respond.
There you go. Amen. Yes, Lord.
Amen. That was so fun. Oh, yes, correct.
Pastor Reginald, yeah. And who's that guy? Wow. Don't know who that is.
Okay, folks, look at this. Listen, when you got this role, when you were doing this on Broadway, well, what's the answer?
I said yes. You know what's interesting? When they called me in for this, and I said, "Are you serious? Really?" I mean, I was shocked the fact that they wanted to see me, and they saw a variety of people at the audition. I saw an Asian man. I saw another African American man. Who was a little bit larger than I was, but they were looking at everybody, white, black, everybody. And I was lucky enough to be the one that they chose, but knowing that I had to wear a tight outfit, I said, let me just start working out just a little bit. I didn't go, crazy, but what ended
Hello? What? What? Who is that?
Well, what happened was... They had a costume that was designed where they were going to wear like this bodice, and it was going to come right up here and then mesh, and then they were going to draw in the chest and the nipples and all that stuff. And so I was still doing Les Mis when I got the show, and I still had another like 5 months before we started rehearsals.
Okay.
So I just started working out like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, literally, and it wasn't crazy. My diet was a little bit better, but not crazy. And by the time we had a fitting 2 months later, they were like, "Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Do you mind if we take the bodice away and we'll just have mesh?"
Oh.
And, colored, that's my skin tone. And then they were going to draw in the abs and all that stuff. Then we went to Denver, an out-of-town tryout, and we put on the costume. and I had gotten in better shape. And
I mean,
and the mesh looked horrible under the lights, so we had to take it off.
I mean,
so we had to take. We were like, they said, "Would you mind just going topless?"
would you mind just being topless, Norm?
And I was like, "Damn it! I wish I had negotiated a trainer."
Oh.
You know what I mean?
It was too late.
It was too late. So
but you didn't need it.
I didn't need it by that time, but I got a little bit better in my working out. Believe me, I got a little bit more disciplined.
I mean, he's the most disciplined. We're talking Black King Triton in the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Looking the bomb, sounding the bomb. When you were in this, I was like, King Triton can be black?
King Triton can be black. How about that? Representation, right? Representation.
It literally blew my mind.
Yeah.
And then once it was, like the seed was planted, I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. Could I do? That's my college brain.
Right.
Can I do other things?
Right. That's what happened with me with Robert Guillaume when I heard, because I never saw him do the show, but I saw the news and I saw a tape of him, like B-roll of him doing the Phantom.
Oh, he was Phantom in
L.A.
in
L.A.
Oh, in L.A.
In L.A., yeah, at the Amundsen. And I was like, well, maybe one of these days. I figured you have to be a star, so I was like, let me try to become a star, so I can be considered for the Phantom. But lucky enough, I wasn't a star. I didn't have to be a star. I just ended up getting a great audition. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, so when in your mind did you become a star?
I'm still hoping. I'm still. All
right. I feel like now we can't believe anything he says. Feel like you have to be a star. You've been a star.
Well, I've been blessed with work. And I will say in the musical theater world, I will say that I do have a little bit of a name. But
a little bit.
How do
you walk down the street in Times Square? Exactly. And I'm sure people come up to you all the time being like, hey, Norm, it's me. I was your waiter 8 years ago. How are you?
I do get that.
What
sometimes.
do you do?
I just say, hey, it's so good to see you again. It is. It really is, you know. I mean, I might not, and they know that I probably don't remember them, but it's like, listen, I'm so glad that you remember that moment, and I'm glad that I was nice to you. I always ask was I nice to you?
I have met you a few times, and you have been so kind.
Really?
Kind.
Really? That's not my reputation.
No, it is. You are so kind. And every time I've seen you, I approach you as if you've never met me before. So you probably are like, oh, this is a new person. I'm like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. I think I've done that 5 times. I'm like, Salisha, you idiot. One of these days.
No, you don't have to do that anymore. Now we're friends. Now we're besties. We are besties. Yeah, listen, let me know when the baby's coming, because, you know, maybe I can help out. Maybe I'll babysit.
You would have been Norm Lewis wants to babysit my baby.
I'll give you a little break. I'll give you a little break so you can go out and, you know, be a night out with the girls.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yes, I will be calling. I'll call your
Uncle
PR.
Norm.
I'll be like, hi, can I get Norm on the line? I need a babysitter for this weekend. Is he free?
Yeah.
They'd be like, sorry, he's booked.
I'll take the baby with me.
Oh, yeah. That would... I can't with you. Okay, let's see. King Triton, Disney's Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Oh, my God. And now, Ceremonies in Dark Old Men.
What's that show? What's that? Who's she?
Who's she? Well, Ceremonies is a show that was written back in 1969 by Lonnie Elder III. And it actually, with the Negro Ensemble. There's so much to talk about this. We don't have enough time to talk like fully about how brilliant this show. It is a show that was actually Pulitzer Prize nominated. They almost won, but they were nominated at least, and it was fantastic, especially for a black show at that time. But the show was written in 1969, but it's about the 1956, and it's a man who is of a certain age. I say in the show that I'm 54 years old.
I'd buy that.
but I'm 62, so it's funny when I say it every time. But yeah, it's wow, it's kind of hard to really describe in an elevator pitch. But the show
right.
is beautifully crafted. It is a man who was a vaudevillian, and now his legs don't work anymore. You know, not the way that they could for him dancing and making money. So, but he has a wife and 3 kids, a young lady and 2 sons. She's the oldest. He had to give up the vaudeville dancing thing, and he pivoted and he became a barber. Not a good barber, not a successful barber.
Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, how about that? Look at that. I'm in a barbershop again.
You're in the barbershop again.
I think maybe we should probably start making meat pies. Maybe I can make money that way. But he's not a good barber, so he's kind of relying on his wife to work. And she works downtown and like different jobs and stuff. So he's kind of gotten used to that and that income coming in. And his kids have gotten used to that. Like his sons are lost. They see him being lost. They are following in his footsteps. They're smart kids, but they just. But the mom becomes ill, and the daughter gives up her college days and comes home to help her out and helps her transition as she passes away. And now the mom is not in the show. We just talk about her a lot.
Okay.
So she's already passed on. So the daughter actually takes over the mom's role. She becomes the matriarch. And so she starts working, and she's the only one working in the house. And so we're living up. And so she finally comes home one day, and she's like sick of it. She's like, why am I the only one working, making this income, and watching you guys do nothing? And it's like she's sick of it. So she gives us an ultimatum where we have to get jobs or get out of the house.
Oh.
Because she's paying all the bills. So it's just those ups and downs of that. And then there's an offer that comes in through the oldest son about working in the neighborhood in a certain way that is maybe not legal. I don't want to give too much away, but he convinces the dad to come in on this, and it's just the drama that ensues with that. But it really is a beautifully crafted story. And then I take you on different journeys. I tell a lot of stories because, I'm that guy that used to. I'm a storyteller. I used to be in front of people. I was a performer.
Right.
So I miss those days. And it's about choices. It really does make you think about, when you come to crossroads in your life and trying to figure out what is your purpose. What's your purpose in life? And he hasn't found his because being a vaudevillian, he was successful.
That's hard.
Yeah. And especially at that time, 54 was old at that time.
It's not anymore.
No. I mean, come on.
Y'all are paving the way for the youngins. So we excited to get old because it's like cool to be old.
Right.
Except it's not old.
No, it's not old. It really isn't. I mean, obviously we've come far with technology and with drugs and all that stuff and exercise.
You age like fine wine. My husband wouldn't be mad that I said that.
Oh, good. I'm good. Just don't come beat me up, bro. Like I said, I'll help out with the babysitting.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can be picky. You have chosen to do this show.
Mm-hmm.
What drew you to it?
Well, I had never heard of it before, and that was the one thing. Like after reading it, I was like, "Wait a minute, I've got to be in this show." And thank you, first of all, for offering it to me. But I got to do a deep dive and find out more about it. And we're represented and directed by Clinton Davis Jr. And working with him has been fantastic. He's so smart. We're at the theater at St. Clement's on 46th Street.
Oh, cool.
423 West 46th Street.
Restaurant Row or somewhere?
Restaurant Row. So just keep going down.
Oh, nice.
Between 9th and 10th. It's a great theater. They are so supportive there. They also support a lot of black theater, and especially with the Negro Ensemble, because the Negro Ensemble actually is one of the producers of this show, and also the Peccadillo Company that's at that theater. So it's been, after reading it, after knowing the history of the Negro Ensemble and the history, I mean, you had Billy D. Williams in this show. You had Lawrence Fishburne. Denzel Washington was in this show.
Gosh, who's that?
He's some hack. Whatever. Taking all my roles. But it's one of those things that you go, I want to be a part of that legacy, And after doing Soldier's Play, I'm like, Douglas Turner Ward, who wrote Soldier's Play, was the character that I'm playing. Like he starred in it as this character. So I love doing these stories. I want to find out more about these black stories that we don't know about, because you don't hear about these shows.
Right.
I mean, August Wilson, you do hear about Lorraine Hansberry, but you know, with the what's her name, Childress.
Chandra Rhimes.
No, Childress. LaShance just did a show.
Felicia Rashad.
No, Trouble in Mind. This woman wrote it. She's no longer with us, but this woman wrote it, and her last name is Childress. I'm so sorry that I don't know. We'll put it in post.
Worst.
But
I'm like Ava DuVernay.
But LaShance she just did. Oh God. Oh my God.
Wait, LaShance?
LaShance just directed a show.
Do I know
it has the
what
word
it is?
wine in. Yes, it has the word wine in. Anyway, we'll put that in later on. Forgive me, LaShance, if you see this. I love you. But just to know,
get him.
But yeah, just to know about these black creators and these black writers. I'm like, wait a minute. We do know about all these other shows, but you know, is the baby moving?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, we good. I'm just heavy as all get out.
I love it.
5 months in. Don't let me distract you.
No,
Please
no,
keep
I
going.
just love it. I'm like, oh, there's life.
Barely moved.
There's life happening. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Okay, but speaking of, what you mentioned legacy.
Uh-huh.
What do you want your legacy to be, Mr. I majored in business and got a degree in economics and XYZ? Like,
yeah.
and here you are.
I just, you know, the thing about it, hearing your story, seeing me on that tape and being inspired by that moves me to no end. Like, I want that to be my legacy. I want to pave the way for people who don't feel like they're seen and to be able to do shows like, you know, like Audra being in Gypsy and then being Carrie Pipperidge, whatever the character's name is in Carousel, and winning that very first Tony that's, you know, took her on that road of being able to win all those other ones and being nominated. But you know, there's a lot of amazing talent, no matter what skin tone you are, and if you can tell a story without it being a major part of it, and you want to show your artistry, I just want to be able to be that representation and continue to do work. I want to continue to work, but I want that to be my legacy. Yeah.
Not to backtrack, but we're almost out of time, and I just have to know: do you take voice lessons?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I feel like you were born with this gift.
Well, I was born with it because, in the sense of, I even though I didn't realize what I was doing and I didn't realize I wanted to sing, but I would listen to people like Tom Jones and Sammy Davis Jr. and, you know, all like Dean Martin, all those people. But my favorite is Johnny Mathis, and I just went to his last concert, which was so emotional. But I would emulate them. I wouldn't imitate, but I would emulate them. And then I guess that translated into me doing the classical stuff in high school and the Broadway stuff later on. And yeah.
What would you say to all of those men and women, boys, girls, everything in between, coming up after you, looking to you, or even to your 8-year-old self? What advice would you give them?
Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's, I mean, it's so easy to say because we're all scared to death. But just don't be afraid and just go for it. Like, show up. That's what I did when I moved here, because unless they specifically asked for blonde hair and blue eyes, I showed up. I would just go to every audition.
You just showed
up. And there was one time I auditioned for, I can't dance. I mean, I've never been trained. I showed up for chorus line, and I did my 16 bars, and I said, okay, I'm just going to go in here. And they said, hold on one second, and they started talking to each other. I did 16 bars now, and they were like, how would you like to play Richie? And I said, well, do you want to see me dance? They were like, we don't care. You're the only black guy that showed up, and Richie's the black guy.
Oh.
So it's like,
You were in a chorus line.
Well, this is what happened. This is
what
happened was the next day I had an audition for leading player in Pippin, and I ended up getting Pippin.
Oh,
so I had to turn down chorus line. Wait, I had to turn down chorus line, and I took Pippin, which was great, which was so cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I literally could talk to you for another 2 hours.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know we have to let the next people
No,
up in
forget
here.
they don't care.
Let me ask one more thing.
Yeah, ask 5 more things.
Out of all the shows you've ever done, or out of all the projects, because you've done a lot of TV as well,
Right.
what is the one that was the most transformative for you?
For me, see, that's an interesting question because I get that all the time. They're all like, if I had children, unfortunately, I don't have any kids, but if I had children, I can't love one more than the other.
Okay.
So what I would say is that all I've learned from all of them. It's like even for one, there was one in particular. I'll just give you an example. I did an off-Broadway show called Captain's Courageous with Treat Williams, God rest his soul, and I had four lines, 4 lines in the show. And I was the only black person in the cast, and it was all men, and it was about a fishing ship, and I was the cook. And something felt wrong. They were teaching us a certain accent, and I was like, something feels wrong about this. I don't think I would do this Massachusetts accent. So I did a deeper dive, and I found out what they would do. These fishing ships would go down to the Caribbean, hire people, and bring them back up. And I'm like, that's it. So I did it with a Caribbean accent. So I did those 4 lines with a Caribbean accent, and it actually made me feel like so good that I did that. You know what I mean? I was authentic. So that's it.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Ceremonies in Dark Old Men.
Ceremonies in Dark Old Men
And it plays to.
until the 29th of June.
Okay. Okay, you all heard it here first. I'm here with Norm Lewis. Norm, you are so incredible. Thank you so much for coming by the show.
Thank you.
I literally could talk to you for so long, but
Well-
also to soak up your wisdom.
Listen, let's do a part 2.
I would love
Wait, did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Part 2.
Did you hear that?
Part
y'all?
2. I'll be back.
And he gonna nanny for my baby.
I'm going to be the nanny.
He said, bring him backstage. He said,
And you're working with that what's his name again? Hugh or something?
Hugh Hudge?
Hugh
Jackson? Hugh Jackson?
Hugger,
Yes.
Tell him, well, you got trouble, my friends. Right here. I say trouble right here in River City.
Amen.
Oh, yeah, I did that show, too.
Music Man at Kennedy Center.
Yeah, Kennedy Center.
Was that with Mark Bruni?
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Bruni. Come on. He's fantastic. Mark, if you see this, hire me again, brother.
He loves you. But then again, who doesn't?
Oh, stop it. Tell me more.
Oh, we love you.
Stop it.
The Broadway
Stop.
community
Stop.
loves you, Norm.
Stop.
We love you, Norm. Norm, we love you.
Wait a
This
minute.
industry would not be the same without you. Please keep showing up. Please
Absolutely.
keep representing. Please keep using your voice and going forth, not being afraid. You are so visible. You know you're visible, but you're more visible than you realize. All right, that's the Salisha Show. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
We appreciate you. We love you.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Salish, a very pregnant Salish. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this episode. It's taken me a long time to not just make the things in my head, but then to also share them. And one step further, to like tell people that I've posted it somewhere in the world. So thank you so much. I don't know if you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, or if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or in my stories somewhere where it's gonna disappear in 2 seconds. But just, first of all, thank you. Number 2, it would mean the world to me if you hit subscribe on Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching this on Spotify Podcasts, or if you're watching this, go to my YouTube and subscribe to the channel so that you can always have the updates. Episodes are dropping every Friday, so thank you so much for going on this journey with me. Building an empire from the ground up, building a castle out of sand. What is it called? It's like building a plane in midair! I'm building a plane in midair. So, thank you.